Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by Patreon supporter Richard. Huge thanks to Richard and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Richard reached out asking for a deck led by Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier, and I was more than happy to build it for him. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier is a 3-mana 3/3 legendary human avatar soldier. Whenever he enters or attacks, we may sacrifice another creature. If we do, we draw a card. Additionally, whenever another creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and we gain 1 life. If this is the 4th time this ability has resolved this turn, we transform Sephiroth. Transformed, he becomes Sephiroth, One-Winged Angel, a 5/5 legendary Angel Nightmare avatar with flying. His Supernova ability says that when he transforms, we create an emblem with whenever a creature dies, target opponent loses 1 life and we gain 1 life. Additionally, whenever Sephiroth attacks, we may sacrifice any number of other creatures. If we do, we draw that many cards. So, obviously this is going to be an Aristocrats deck. After all, Sephiroth gladly sacrifices everything to achieve his goals. Minions, not allies. Then again, Sephiroth doesn't really have any allies. What's that? You want me to do some lore on Sephiroth? The most famous JRPG villain in the history of JRPGs? The man who created this meme? That boss fight was fun. There's a second stage. The music has lyrics. The lyrics are in Latin. Sephiroth's theme music is one of the most famous songs in gaming. So famous that I'm worried about getting this video demonetized simply saying the name of the song. Okay, quick backstory. Cloud is the main character of Final Fantasy VII. Before he joined Avalanche, the rebel group bent on stopping the Shinra Electric Power Company from destroying the world, Cloud was a recruit in Soldier. Soldier is the elite fighting force of Shinra. That's right, a company has a Black Ops troop. So that should give you an idea of what kind of company Shinra is. Anyway, one of Cloud's first missions was under the command of the legendary veteran known as Sephiroth. Unfortunately, it would be Sephiroth's last. You see, on this mission, Sephiroth would discover the secret behind his powers. While still a fetus, he was injected with cells from a mysterious and powerful extraterrestrial being known as Genova. This drove Sephiroth mad. Well, he was already a little crazy to begin with. Anyone raised without love is generally crazy. But this put him over the edge. Faced with his inhumanity, Sephiroth decides to go all in, destroy the world, and turn it into a vessel to continue his mother's quest, to explore the universe and devour all life. But one of my favorite parts of Sephiroth is his appearance in Kingdom Hearts. He's an optional boss, and considered to be the hardest boss fight in the series. And no, I won't be explaining Kingdom Hearts. I don't have the time, and neither do you. Now, because this is a Patreon-sponsored deck, Richard got to pick the budget. He asked that the deck be powerful. Additionally, since Sephiroth is going for like $40, at least at the time of recording, I felt it would be weird to have a budget deck. To add to that, last week we did a $60 Aristocrats deck. If you were lucky enough to crack a Sephiroth and don't want to spend $700 building the rest of the deck, go check out my video with Guy Sven Belsar from last week. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from our sponsor, Ultimate Guard. For the past few years, Ultimate Guard has been hard at work finding ways to protect your cards without damaging the planet. And they have discovered it. Boulders, once made entirely of plastic, are now made of 87% renewable resources. They also come in a variety of sizes and colors, including this new brown 133 card box. If you're like me, you have a ton of decks, want a little bit of space for your tokens in your deck boxes, and don't want those boxes filling up an entire suitcase, then this box is the perfect solution. Find it if your local game store carries the new Return to Earth boulders from Ultimate Guard, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces. which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm currently streaming over on Gaming with Dane as well as Twitch. It'll mostly be Final Fantasy XIV, but you're more than welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. For lands, we've got Midgar, City of Mako, Phyrexian Tower, Bojuka Bog, Cabal Coffers, Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth, Nykthos, Shrine to Nyx, War Room, Crypt of Agadim, Westvale Abbey, and 24 Swamps. Not exactly budget, I know, but that's okay. Our mana ramp consists of the Darkness Crystal, Warren Soul Trader, Phyrexian Altar, Dark Ritual, Ashnod's Altar, Pitiless Plunderer, Jet Medallion, Cryptghast, Bontu's Monument, Black Market Connections, Soul Ring, Mind Stone, and Charcoal Diamond. Some mana rocks, some sack outlets, and some cost reducers, as it should be. For card advantage, we've got Liliana Dreadhorde General, Diabolic Intent, Reanimate, Demonic Tutor, The One Ring, Opposition Agent, Ayara, First of Lochthwain, Dark Confidant, Deadly Dispute, Phyrexian Arena, Victimize, Skull Clamp, and Dark Prophecy. Our interaction and spot removal package consists of Grave Pact, Dictate of Erebos, Accursed Marauder, Yawgmoth Thrawn Position, Flare of Malice, Dayuthi Voidwalker, Imp's Mischief, Withering Torment, Tragic Slip, Overkill, and Feed the Swarm. Lots of ways to remove annoying permanents, and Grave Pact and Dictate of Erebos can potentially cause our commander to flip right away. For board wipes, we've got the Meathook Massacre and Blasphemous Edict. Lots of ways to reset the board as needed. The core of our deck consists of Viscera, Woe Strider, and Carrion Feeder as additional sacrifice outlets, Zulaport Cutthroat, Blood Artist, Marionette Apprentice, Sir Conrad the Grim, Vengeful Blood Witch, Bastion of Remembrance, Agent of the Iron Throne, Mirkwood Bats, Nadir's Nightblade, Vito, Thorn of the Duskrose, Marauding Blight Priest, and Starscape Cleric as payoffs for when we sacrifice our creatures, with Saw in Half, the Masamune, Gravecrawler, Ophiomancer, Bitter Blossom, Nether Traitor, Bloodghast, Drivnod Carnage Dominus, Shieldred Whispering One, Turgrid God of Fright, Endrixar Master Breeder, and Forsaken Miner helping to round out our deck list. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 47 mana sources, split between 33 lands and 14 pieces of ramp. Light, I know, but we're a monocolored deck and our curve is fairly low. 14 pieces of card advantage. 11 pieces of interaction. 2 board wipes. 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Dayuthi Voidwalker and Bojuka Bog. 1 sudden I win card in the Meathook Massacre. Okay, I know I'm going to get more questions about Grave Pact. Let's take a look at Grave Pact and its sister card, Dictate of Erebos. Both of them say whenever a creature we control dies, each opponent sacrifices a creature. Sephiroth transforms if 4 creatures die in a single turn. Sephiroth does not care if it is our creature or an opponent's creature. We just need 4 other creatures to die in a single turn in order to transform him into his final form. Are you building a Sephiroth Fabled Soldier Commander deck? What theme will your deck have? Or what about a deck led by one of the other creatures from the Final Fantasy set? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Muffins, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alix, Borgi, Naswin, Conga, Robert, Pye, Kazaris, Patrick, Tiz, Art, Richard, Sint, Boomy, Asura, Justin, Goldenwalker, Ernesto, Midge, and Captain Hammer. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.